GM everyone, welcome back to a quick price recap on what's going on in this week. As per usual, we'll be starting off real quick with some cryptocurrency prices, so what's going on over there. On the last 7 days, we did see a slight rebound from Bitcoin, but both of them really did have some wild weeks. Bitcoin price all the way down to $24,900, all the way down from over 27K. So yeah, it's been quite wild in Bitcoin and ETH front too. Similar price action really. Both of them obviously massively impacted by the SEC and some other implications in the US. Their lawsuits will go on, and that's just going to be hanging over a lot of the other cryptocurrencies too, specifically in the top 30 altcoins, etc. And as per usual, that will put some strain at least onto NFT prices too. So without further ado, let's get into the NFT prices of the week. What's going on over the last 7 days, and we can see in the top 4 in the avatar collections up here, none of them really performing well. Bored Apes actually falling under that 45 ETH threshold that they have been holding for quite a while. Azuki similarly not really having the best of weeks, and CryptoPunks really turning back into their alter ego of just being the stable coin in the NFT markets. We did see some positive price movements for the generative art collections. Snowfro has been in the spotlight for a couple of weeks now. Congrats there. Autoglyphs, in my opinion, one of the most impactful and influential generative arts collections in the entire space. Glad to see they're doing well. Obviously, one sale for 175 ETH. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is only a 500 collection, so don't expect much trading to go on around there. With that being said, I do want to just take a look into a couple brands that are under the brand category here on NFT Price Floor and just see how they're doing. We see Yuga Labs obviously with an enormous lead across the entire NFT space, really. 12 collections in total under their regime, 1.3 million ETH brand market cap, leading far and away. Second, Art Blocks with 344,000 ETH market cap, and then distant third really is almost at 200,000 ETH. Yuga Labs, obviously the creator of Azuki and all their subsequent collections too. Let's just dive into each one of those for just a second. So if we look into Art Blocks, we can really see a sharp decline off the top. We saw the top 3 collections in the top 15, and then it drops all the way down to number 32 for Gazers by Matt Kane here. I mean, obviously the market cap is massively impacted simply by these top 3 collections and then having a long tail out towards the back. I really love scrolling through this simply because as an Art Blocks outsider, it does help me get a better overview of what's actually happening in the space and also what collections there are and how they're being valued at these individual points in time. We can obviously also have a quick look at Chiro. Yeah, let's scroll out to the 7-day here. Beans actually outperforming Azuki. Cool to see. They have been rumored to, at least in the future, be dropping some kind of airdrop towards the Beans. Don't know how much of that is truth and how much of that is actually wishful thinking. But that might be an explainer for why the 2.5% price increase on the week. All right, circling back to Yuga Labs, they actually didn't have that great of a week. Bored Ape Yacht Club down, Mutant Apes down, Other Deeds down, Meebits down, Kennel Club down, and Codas too. And honestly, it's kind of wild, at least in my opinion, that these collections are down this much. Probably has a lot to do with just individual sellers right now who need to liquidate. We have a couple of big holders still that probably have a very big impact on the markets. But as long as we don't see new buyers come in and at least see an attractive market to buy into, I don't think this trend is reversing anytime soon. We still have a lot of flippers on Blur simply trading back and forth assets, trying to farm the airdrop. They also had a couple announcements this week with airdrop season 2. And that's just kind of putting the whole NFT market into a downward spiral, at least surrounding those collections that can be actively airdrop farmed on Blur. So we can jump into Bored Ape Yacht Club and just have a quick look here. We are trending downwards. This isn't really a chart that I love looking at as a charting perspective, at least. 43 ETH right now. Still above the 40 ETH bottom we set back in May, but obviously the downtrend is very obvious just by looking at it. We did break through these the 50 ETH, 45 ETH barrier that we've been holding for a couple weeks at least. Yeah, hurts to see. As a buyer, I'd be slightly wary of trying to catch a falling knife here. We have seen at least a couple big buyers come into the market. I know that Maki was a buyer of a couple of these apes just recently. But yeah, as a buyer, I'm still looking to at least see a base formed out. But on the long-term vision, I do think that this is slowly reaching that value category again. 43 ETH for a Bored Ape and under 9 ETH right now for Mutant. Just looking at the chart all the way dating back to like the 35 ETH top in April 2022. Yeah, down massively obviously since then. I do think that we're slowly reaching the value category again. If you're interested in at least holding it for a couple weeks, months, maybe even years. Yeah, if you're at all interested in that, you can check out the interview that Carly Riley did with Dan Allegri, obviously the new CEO of Yuga Labs, a couple weeks ago now already. He did end up naming his ape Pancho. So in case anyone was wondering, there you go. He does also lay out the vision that he kind of has for the brand and also where he wants to go. And it's quite grand. So I do absolutely recommend taking a look into that. Yeah, just here by Tenacious, a quick overview of what they're actually building, all the kinds of different things with heavy metal, with Dookie Dash, what they obviously already had. Legends of the Mara, more on the other side situation too. It does seem like they have a lot in the pipeline that can potentially in the future pump prices again. So if you're at all into that kind of thing, trading game, then I would currently be looking at those collections. So let's do that for just a second. You can currently pick up Other Deed for 0.6. You can pick up a heavy metal for 0.85, an Other Side Vessel for 0.215. And honestly, all of those do seem adequately priced. Like, I'm not trying to sell any of these currently anymore. And if I didn't own any, I would probably be in the market to pick up some. Obviously not financial advice here, but yeah, it does seem like we're slowly trending towards that value category just because of the last couple of weeks really had precipitous drops. And we do know at least kind of the timelines on these projects. We know that Heavy Metal and the Other Side Vessels will be having some sort of reveal during this year, during Q3 probably. So yeah, very interesting to see. I have one more thing I really want to share with you guys. It's about NFT categories, and it's all about what type of NFT we are looking at. So we have PFP or avatars, we have arts, we have historical NFTs, we have metaverse, gaming, and utility. And honestly, we can see just the absolute insane concentration of market cap that we currently have in the PFP sector. 2.2 million ETH aggregated market cap, art coming in second place, historical NFTs just following really shortly in third. If I had to bet on any one of these really blowing up, it would probably be towards the metaverse and gaming side of things, with Apple really throwing in their ring into the hat, ring into the fight on the AR world too now. So expect that to get some more mass market appeal and possibly outperforming the rest. All right, that's it from my side. Hope you are having a lovely week. Good luck with your tokens if you're owning any, and I'll see you guys back next week again. See ya.